Hello and welcome back to episode 9 of Rule the Waves 2 German Sluggers. We're back to the grim realities of a war that we are actually losing. I have taken just a minute off screen to move a lot of our stuff from Northern Europe, except stuff that is damaged, into the Mediterranean and changed... Oh, I have not changed our invasion planning yet. And I'm going to change our invasion planning to Tunis, or Tunisia. Tunis would be the port up there, and I think that's actually out of range. Yeah. So we're going to go all in and try to get an invasion target done over there, as well as just having the superiority in that zone. I kind of want to split it up some, and thus I think I'd also put the Grafspes on raiding. I was going to do that, but I'm going to rely on the AMCs to accomplish that. I think I'm going to take the two Grafspes and I'm going to put them somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. It's kind of maybe Southeast Asia, since France has a lot of territories there, and it would developed territories at that, and it should hurt them victory point wise if we dominate that territory. I'm going to leave the 4 brand new battle cruisers in Northern Europe. They will whittle down enemy forces if they can, and most of the rest of our fleet is going to be in the Mediterranean and can move back into Northern Europe if the opportunity presents itself to break the blockade. And moving our fleets out, we may be able to siphon away their fleets and then break that blockade every other or every third turn. Alright, so without further ado, let's move forward. Southwest Africa. Excellent. Successful army campaign. Our AMCs finishing workups. Fortunately, the battles come after these events. I'll have to remember to set them for rating. A nymph class, sure, why not? Greater damage control. Stopped by the blockade, so they won't allow us until we break. Okay. We can't break out. I may just do massive raiding then. First, we have a cruiser battle in the Mediterranean. There they are. Depending on what this is, battle cruiser is the only thing I'm really concerned about. Heavy cruiser should be fine. Break of dawn at that. 2. 4 8s. We've got 4 9s. 14 6-inch. Forget what we were using. 8 6-inch. They got a much better secondary battery. Got a better belt. Similar deck. Might just hold off and see whose gunnery reigns supreme at range, which should be ours. So far, we're the only ones getting hits. Sound working? Should be. Yeah, that should be fine. Not hearing any of the gunfire, though. If you've noticed, we have been operating on version 1.01. They fixed a couple of the... Actually, quite a few of the more annoying bugs. Getting some more hits. Oh, alright, we found the range. There's the sound. More hits on them. They got through the belt extended, but the coal bunker saved us. Bounced. Hit. More hits from the medium battery on them. Bounced theirs. Light battery hit them. Might start a fire, but I'm not expecting that too much. Penetrating hit from one of their mediums. Couple mediums on them. Bounce their light guns. No surprise there. Light hit on them. Heavy hit on them. Another heavy hit on them. They penetrated our superstructure with a medium. Penetrated with a light gun. Wow. Okay, they're starting to find the range. More medium hits. Heavy hit on them. Which I imagine a lot of these are bouncing similar to how they're bouncing on us. Unless they're hitting weaker areas in the armor. The heavy hits are the ones I really care about. But even a lot of them should be bouncing with their 6-inch belt. Oh, nice exchange. How are we doing so far? Not too bad. Feel pretty confident still. Trying to close in. 9-inch hit on them. Closing in further. Surprised they haven't turned yet. Another 9-inch hit on them. Another 9-inch hit on them. And another. Coming a little too close. At least for their own good. Another pair. Especially since that's closer range. I think we might have damaged their rudder. No, she's just trying to get away. Well, we can't allow that. In fact, if we head down, we'll have the wind gauge. Looks like I saw the arrow shorten. Looks like our grates are fouled, most likely. Nope. Might be just the stokers are tired. Another 9-inch hit. And another one. And another one. This is going very well for us. Showing that superior gunnery. Now I'm going to start simulating 1 minute at a time. See if we can't get the rear turret involved. Yep. If we go too far, I'm going to be worried about a torpedo. Close in a little bit closer. Get some close broadsides in. We're just shooting them up now. We'll risk turning to port. Cut across our stern again. How fast is she going? She's going pretty slow now. Both our turrets disabled. We out of forward ammo? Almost. So we'll cut around. Yeah, she's sinking. Now we just wait it out. It's a pretty favorable battle. See about increasing the speed on this. All we're doing is pounding them at this point. There she goes. Alright. Come down to cruise speed. Accelerate time and see if we can't find an extra transport or something. Oh, speak of the devil. Was ist das? Is that really a destroyer? skeptical. Yeah, I thought so. It's going way too slow. Chase down this patrol boat, and that'll probably be it for this battle. Nice little bonus. Goes in with the patrol boat, which has 2-inch. Wow, a single 2-inch gun. Not bad, makes it cheap. You make tons of those. And that takes care of that. It's a nice amount of points. We needed this. Major victory. Or emergency net. Nice. Alright. Oops. And this all fuzzled. Alright. All of these are Northern Europe. We'll keep the Mackinsons inactive. The rest of these, it'll be raiders. Even the battleships. And our heavy cruisers have not been performing particularly well either. So I'm going to get them involved. Now, for these AMCs, a couple working up, one damaged. Those ones will go to a raider status. And then we'll keep our destroyers involved. I'm not really excited to do a destroyer action with these, but they also act as our escorts. Right. Francis crushed the rebels. The rest of our AMCs, better torpedoes. Forced to scuttle due to lack of fuel. I did forget to make. Alright, they're dirt cheap. Well, maybe not dirt cheap. We sunk 70 merchants. Good grief. Causing hardship in Russia. Good. This is the kind of action we need. Large battle. Do not have access to all of these since a lot of them are raiding right now. We will get. Alright, they still accessible then? Even when raiding? Kind of weird. Recon. Blimps doing their thing. Looking forward to having that advantage. Yeah, any. Do we get to control it at all? I don't think we do. That's cool though. We got airships moving around. It's gonna take them a while to get up here though. But the battle is long enough. Yeah, there's nothing here. We don't have aircraft. So no, I don't think we get control of those. We have this we're coming up on. We're limited to 18 knots. Whoever this is looks like they're slow. I mean fast. Faster than 8, maybe. I don't think we're closing. Gonna drop us back down to a cruise speed. This one looks like it might be slow. So we have the Russian patrol boat, also with a 2-inch. Yep. Looks like the reason those are called patrol boat is because they're common to all countries. AI countries, at least. It looks like an identical design, including the superstructure. Not that there's much that you can do with something that small. Heavy cruiser takes care of them. Pick up the survivors and then look for another easy mark. Close in on that one. And they're retreating to port. Unfortunately, they can prevent us from sinking 2 ships if they do that. Especially when it's a destroyer that can run away. I think I'm going to patrol a triangle about here, barring any good intelligence from the airships. And they're headed back into port. Maybe they are as well. We are between this one and their port. Squad max. Transport. Alright. We got our second ship. That's a win. Accelerate time. Get in there, blow this guy up, and move on. If we can't get more. Everything being gravy now. 11 inch. That's gratuitous. I would hope they would heave to. Hope they would have heaved to sooner. And here comes help. That is now running away. Get our survivors. And accelerate time. Fiddlespock. That is not a ship. It might just be a 6-inch battery. But it's a 9-inch one, so I'm glad I'm staying away from it. Cruise around in our triangle. Let's sight something. Seem to be going too fast. Yeah, we are steadily gaining on it. Bump up the speed just a little bit. Might have lost it. Might be it, might be something else. Either way, it's going to be an easy mark. I'm not going to argue though. Need all the points we can get. Not the most exciting battle. We're picking on light ships with our heavy ships. Like I said, I'll take any point we can get right now. See if we can't chase down this other one. It seems a bit faster. Spotted a submarine. Let's take a hard turn. And it is nighttime. Or dusk, really. It's about to be nighttime. Firing on the destroyer. Presumed destroyer. It's a little bit slow for a destroyer. Guessing it's a corvette. About closing in. Yeah, it's a corvette. But not for long. We may have done enough damage to them already that they aren't going to make it home, even if we can't find them. Which it looks like we did lose them. And that's that. Did not actually. That was just light damage. Shot down aircraft? They shot down aircraft? Kind of surprised by this. Original number, total losses. Okay. A little interesting. Tail of the take if you dare. And we'll duck out. Like that Corvette just kept running west. Tidy sum of points for us. Let's see. Have the Raiders doing their thing. Ah, that's why we had a battleship involved. And just one. The Wittelsbach had finally repaired. Get the Hansa involved. Europe. Northern Europe. And then we have a few AMCs. Even if it's not done working up, it's at fair. I'm going to get it involved. And even that one. Everyone rating. 12 more AMCs. Let's start farming some of them out though. Get 4, put them into the Mediterranean. If it'll allow it. It might tell us, no, you're blockaded. You can't move those, not even when they're raiding. But it may force them to break out. May force a combat. They're also armed merchant cruisers. They should have a little bit more flexibility to move. Get South Africa. Let's get 4 more in the ocean. 4 more in Southeast Asia. And let's see. We should do Northeast Asia as well because of Russia. I might leave it there. There we go. Could do the South Pacific. Could do the Caribbean, but I think I'm just gonna leave things as they are. I might put a total of 8 into the Mediterranean. Leave the remainder, which is less than 8, still 7 in Northern Europe. Because Northern Europe's pretty well covered. Tempted to go into the design and see if we can't make those a little bit better. What's their class again? Brief. Long range, can we do extreme? Can we do reliable engines? Excellent. Can we do any armor whatsoever? No. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh yeah. Grief Mark II. Better than ever before. Build 4 more. We'll just outraider them. Cover shipbuilding. In the yard with engine trouble. Oh my goodness. Rector firing, excellent. Shipboard aircraft operation. Yep, that was bound to happen. Ships are not made for. Wow. 127 merchant ships sunk. Okay, so we went a merchant rating heavily. The shift in strategy seems to be working very well. Large coastal raid. This with our better ships. Objective is down this way. I expect it to be travel between Saint Nazaire and La Rochelle. Max. 26. I don't mind cruising at 20. It'll be mostly nighttime. We might not even see dawn. And we have to find 2 ships. Take a look down here, swing around, and I'm going to go up in between La Rochelle and Saint Nazaire. Quick sip of water. That is not a ship. 6-inch battery? Okay, yeah, I don't mind pounding that. Just lay into that. It's on fire. I assume that means it's done. And we'll head out along the coast, hoping to find some coastal merchants. We did make it to dawn. Plenty of time left, too. Get up to speed. Take out this AMC. Or merchant. Looks like the land target counts. That's kind of weird. No weirder than Rule the Waves one, though. If you're not familiar with it, like, land targets counted. Every target counts as a ship for the purposes of coastal raids and the like. Swing around and, oh, another target. 2 more targets. Let's go after this one. That looks like a destroyer. Light cruiser. Another one being a corvette. Ooh-hoo-hoo! What have we here? Our old friend. This might not be the wisest decision. I don't think it's a terrible decision, though. Although those destroyers are getting froggy. Yeah, especially with them being so close to a port. We get our first heavy gun into a Colbert class. They get a light gun into the Mackinson. 5-inch gun into the Bouvet. That'll do nothing. Hedrick tanking some. Or sorry, Prince Idle Hedrick. Oh wow, we lost a torpedo. Try getting into that Bouvet. A little bit dangerous for us, because torpedoes and we cannot respond in kind. Bouvet turning away. Getting some more 11-inch gunfire into the Colberts. Getting some of the Durandal destroyers more into the Colberts. Alright, let's pull our destroyers off. I don't want to get them destroyed. More fire into the Bouvet. There, Tromlin. More into the Tromlins. Turn away and cut in. And get hits on that Colbert. I don't think that's the... decent amount of gunfire. I'd say our new battle cruisers are doing rather well. Yeah, that was a Colbert, not the French dreadnought. Fair amount of damage. one of our destroyers is not doing. Go home. Rest of them are doing fine. A lot of 11-inch gunfire. Fortunately, 11 inches just probably don't have enough of a bursting charge there. We need to get those upgraded. Not that I'm disappointed with the choice. We have a lot of them. We're getting a pretty fair amount, just raw numbers wise, of 11-inch guns into these French battleships, or pre-dreads. I'll frequently call them battleships anyways, because that's the role they fulfill. Oh, there's our friend the Bouvet. I want to focus on this Colbert first, though. They're sending their light forces to scare us off, which will work. No, or not if they turn away too soon. Cut into port. It's going to take us a little overly close, especially since they turned around too. At the Charles Martel. I'm not too disappointed with that performance. Oh, and their heavy cruisers, all on their own over here. And giving us more of a chance. Really, who launched torpedoes at the Colbert? It did not need them. We really should be focusing on these. And get some good hits in. Oh yeah. Stop launching torpedoes at the Colbert. Leon Gambetta. Haute Logan. Yeah, we're tearing up their heavy cruise. Kind of trying to split between the fleet. Maximizes use of our secondaries, but it also keeps us far from any potential torpedoes. Let's cut in. Surprised that supposed battleship is going so slow. Which it's going to get away, which is disappointing with how it's low speed. Colbert, though. Just change course because that Carabine destroyer is kind of getting close. See if we can't get some hits in on the Colbert as well. Maybe we can do something to it. Certainly getting close. Our heavy cruisers in disarray at this point. That second Colbert definitely looking chewed up. Destroyers kind of. Our AI determined tactical stance 2 procedure division S58. Props to the developers, an access violation that does not cause a crash to desktop. Let's see, that'll be this division that was having an issue coming up with orders. I think we detached the G41 earlier. We might have reattached though. Get a quick sip of water. And I'm going to ignore this Colbert. Might come back for it. I think it's a little too far to retreat and it's not underway anymore. I want to get a close pass on this Leon Gambetta. Come back and get the Edgar Quintet. A little bit concerned about the Bouvet. It says she's taking medium damage. try to force a fight with her while she doesn't have her escorts close. Although they're cutting in now. They're the destroyers, which are making a pass. Gonna get a good torpedo solution. Looks like they're turning away, and we will as well. Atkinson bouncing off the belt. Getting some 11-inch gunfire into the Bouvet. Let's turn up north, and here's a second division of armored cruisers. Or no, that's Colbert and the Charles Martel. It's the secondary battle division for them. Destroyer G9. We'll go home then. Stop trying to maintain speed. And I can't cut in because that Caribbean destroyer is limping along, and we'll still have torpedoes that work while she's limping. Looks like we've scared them into a general retreat. So I kind of want to cut that off. A little bit aggressive. Especially since this destroyer is turning and might get a shot at the Gazelle. Instant strikes a mine. Son of a gun. How bad is it? That's not bad at all. Division's down to 21 knots though. Actually, really, it's down to 16. Maximum is also reduced. So maybe we want to call it at this point. Turn away and avoid further action. We've taken some licks. Certainly doled out a significant blow to the French Navy, which is what we've been looking for this whole time. We just needed our more modern ships to do it. And as our more modern ships get more licks in and reduce their more modern forces, which we didn't really this time, we got some old pre-dreadnoughts. But as we engage in more combat, we should be able to reactivate our older fleets and get them involved again. Let's head back over this way. Get that destroyer, that'd be nice. Says 14 for everyone. Yeah, we'll get that destroyer and we'll try to cut this Colt Logon off. Prevent her from returning to port. That'll net us one more heavy cruiser, and this will be a battle, a glorious battle of the ages. Looks like we won't get. I'm a little bit worried about torpedoes from that Edgar Quintet, or Quinet, which we are proceeding to pound. We can get the hits in. Outstanding. Like, instead of the destroyer, we get the Edgar Quinet. See if we can get strikes another mine. That is very unfortunate. Need to reduce speed. Wait for her to recover. Hopefully. See how she handles this flooding before I detach her. I'm afraid to detach her because the AI has a tendency to run them too fast. And then the bulkhead ruptures, and then they flood more, and then they sink when they really shouldn't. Oh, and I'm really nervous because this Colt-Logon's coming in close. Well, let's try to get the destroyers involved if they have any torpedoes left. Turn this up on speed because I'm concerned about those torpedoes. Let her pass. See if we can't get her as she tries to run away, similar to the other one. Alright, reduce speed again. Yep, we got her. See if we can't come down to all stop and just run down time shooting or sinking the Colt-Logon to make sure she goes all the way down. And then we'll be done with this battle. That'll be 3 episodes in a row with a really long battle each. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I know I kind of started going quickly through a lot of this. But there's just so much combat. There'd be an entire episode kind of digesting exactly how everything went down. Then I know some of you really thrive on coming back after the fact, pausing it, and being like, oh, the reason that ship had come down to 14 knots was because they'd gotten a lucky hit on this one part. That's great. I love finding out after the fact. It's kind of like having historians. Tuesday quarterbacking the battle, so to speak. All in all, I think that went very well, unless something happens post-battle. Which it doesn't. We lost 3 destroyers, 2 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, a destroyer, transport, and a 6-inch battery. As a stupendous amount of points for that battle. Tail of the take. Almost pick out our ships because they have higher hit percentages. Ups in the 4s and the 5s. 3%, but this one heavy cruiser on their side did well. Staggering amount of gunfire. And that was against superior forces. We just needed to bring superior ships to the fight. They got chewed up. Gonna be out of battle for a while. But I will take that result. 2 prestige. Battle of Rochebonne. Or Rochebonne. Something of that sort. I think we have it. Build some more Mark IIs. Just gonna get scrapped after the war. Feels like a waste, but they are so effective as we've seen. Also because the AI is not putting enough on trade protection, or it was such a sudden rise in rating that they just couldn't prepare for it. One or the other. I think those will be the last AMCs that we build, though. And with that, I think that was a wonderful battle that really turns our fortunes around in the war, along with the rating. I mean, we're still blockaded, but Russia is suffering. And I think this is going to go well for us. I think we have a chance of getting a good peace deal out of this. But with that, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. Take care.